Welcome everyone. My name is David Robertson and I'm one of the Deputy Heads at Lesmahago High School. Part of my responsibility within the school is to deliver the transition programme for the primary sevens that are currently within our associated primaries and further afield coming into Lesmahago High School for August 2024. This is the presentation that was delivered at the information evening on Wednesday the 13th of December. My aim is to put together a brief overview of what was shared so that you can go through it if you were there and you want a recap, or if you weren't able to attend for whatever reason. But welcome to the presentation, and please, at the very end of the presentation there's an opportunity to complete a form if you have any questions. So thank you, and I hope you find this beneficial. The purpose of this evening, or yesterday's information evening, was first and foremost to introduce you to our senior management team within Lesmahago High School, to explain what a transition programme is and what it looks like in relation to our school, to provide information on our transition programme, which is called Journey to Lesmahago, and share some stories with you of things and events that have already taken place. To offer some additional information to prepare pupils for their transition programme and parents and carers, and to give you the opportunity to ask any questions that you might have in relation to your young person transitioning to Lesmahago High School this year. Before I move on to introduce the senior management team within the school, it's important I introduce you to the most important people within our school, our young people, and they're represented by our school captains, our equity and inclusion captains, Cara and Caitlin, our vice school captains, Katie and Ellie, our school captains, Luke and Carrie, and our health and wellbeing captains, Olivia and Abby. And over the course of the transition programme, your young people, your children, will speak to these individuals, will maybe receive some input at events, and we hopefully will have Katie and or Ellie speak on this presentation as well, just introducing themselves and welcoming you to Lesmahago High.
Hi, I'm Katie. And I'm Ellie, and we're the school vice captains here at Lesmahago High School. We're both currently in S6, our last year of high school. We cannot believe how fast the years have gone past, and we've loved every minute of it. I still remember it like yesterday that I was in first year coming up to transition to Lesmahago High School. I came from Coburn Primary, so it was a very small school in comparison to this one, and one of my main worries was about meeting new friends. But it couldn't have been more easy because everyone was so nice, and I got along with friends straight away, and I've now made friendships that will last a lot longer than beyond Lesmahago High School. I came from Blackwood Primary School, and one of the main things I was worried about was getting lost, as it seems daunting coming to a school that's much bigger than what you're used to. But I couldn't be more wrong. There was always a friendly member of staff or a helpful senior pupil to help me out. The transition event leading up to my first day made it a lot easier and calmed my nerves about starting. Throughout our time at high school, the teachers have been so supportive. Whenever we've needed any help for anything, they've been there for us. They've been very helpful, especially during our study leave periods for exams, and we've been able to go to them about any questions that we had. Also, during our COVID experience, lockdown, when we were working from home, they were always there to help us whenever we needed them, so we really appreciate that. I really enjoy being a pupil at Lesmahago High School, as it feels like you're part of a community where everybody supports each other and wants the best, which makes it a really good school to be part of. We've both just completed our uni applications, which was a scary experience, but it couldn't have been made any easier from our teachers' support. We've both applied to uni and we're hoping to be successful. I've applied to do accountancy, and I've applied to do maths and statistics, which both our applications have only been made possible due to the support and encouragement that our teachers have given us and the opportunities that we've had to get us to this point. We wish you all the best, and we hope you're all excited about your time at Lesmahago High School. I'm sure it will be great. We're now going to pass you on to Mr. Robertson.
As you can see, our senior management team consists of 5 individuals. You have Miss Lee, who is our head teacher. You have Mrs. Chimino, who is the deputy currently for S3 and S6, but as of August 2024, she will be the year head for S1. So she's a very important person for you to know, and will be part of the transition programme this year, and I'm sure over time you will get to know her very well. We have Mr. Gray, who is currently the deputy for S2 and S5. As of August 24, he will follow his year groups into S3 and S6. You have myself, who is currently the Deputy for Pupil Support, Child Protection and S4. I will be the S5 Deputy in August, and Mrs Docherty, who is currently our S1 and our IST Deputy, and she will be S2 Deputy as of August 2024. Within Lesmahagow High School, we have 3 houses, and for those who have children in the school already, you will know that these are Kerse, Logan and Milton, and every child that comes to Lesmahagow High School is placed into one of these house groups. When I come to put the classes together, I do try to put the young people in with any siblings they have for continuity purposes, but sometimes we're not able to achieve that for everyone, but we do that in discussion with the primary school and we're required with parents. For Kerse, we have Mr Jim Malligan, who is the Principal Teacher of Pupil Support. For Logan, we have Mrs Wright, and for Milton, we have Miss Anna Fletcher.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the Lesmahagow High School community. My name is Barbara Lee and I'm the head teacher of Lesmahagow High School. I've been head teacher here for just over 2 years, and prior to that was deputy head teacher. We are extremely proud of our young people in Lesmahagow High School and of all their achievements, and are very much looking forward to getting to know you and your children throughout the rest of this session and throughout their time at Lesmahagow High School. Effective partnership working between families and the school is essential to supporting young people's progress. So if there is anything that you feel at any stage throughout their school journey that we could do better or to support your child better, please do let us know. And also if you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We hope this afternoon's presentation will give you the information that you're needing, and very much look forward to seeing you at future transition events and throughout your time at Lesmahagow High School. Thank you.
So what is transition? Transition is the process where we help all primary pupils prepare for coming to Lesmahagow High School. We collect information from each primary school and their teachers, more specifically, to help us prepare for 2024. What that allows us to do is to plan to meet the needs of all pupils, whether it be a learning need, whether it be a disability, or whether it be some information that we just need to know to make the transition a bit smoother and to ensure that we are fully prepared for young people to start in Lesmahagow High School, that we take that information and we start to plan now. But it's also to allow us to provide experiences of what high school is really like. And as I've said, and as you'll hear, that is done through different events, different visits, and through individuals, be it staff or pupils, sharing their experiences with primary pupils. For some, and now for all, this process has already started. For some young people, that process started in P6. All of our current primary 7 pupils who were in primary school in June of this year received a primary 6 input as well. So we are, although it seems that we are just starting now, we have started this whole programme, and that was done last year. Now I want to provide you with a brief update on the journey to Lesmahagow and where we currently are with the programme. So our programme is aimed at giving all young people an opportunity to get to know the school, the staff, the subjects in different ways. We do that through different learning tasks, through different meetings, through different visits, either to the high school or from staff and pupils to the primary school, so that young people can get to know us a little bit better. We have linked teachers for every single primary school, so either one of our principal teachers of pupil support or our support for learning teachers are linked with one of the 5 associated primaries, and they visit from the October-November time until the March time to link with the pupils, link with the staff, and get to know all the information we need to know about young people to best prepare them for their start in August 2024. We will also be sharing letters from our new young people, so our current S1s, on their experience of transition and to try and alleviate any fears or anxieties that our young people in primary 7 might have at this point in time. We will also aim to share presentations through our website, introducing school staff and the departments over the course of the rest of the year from about January to June, so that young people can get to know a bit more about the school without actually having to be physically here. We have had many visits already and many visits to come. So we have had science visits from staff to primary, but also for the primary pupils have come up to achieve their Bunsen burner licence. We've had our PE transition, our first one, which was our cross-country event. And we will have our 2-day visit in June, where young people will follow their timetable that they'll experience in August. And on top of that, there will be some other visits, hopefully, put in the diary for primary 7 to attend the high school. Part of this process is also about questions and answers. So if you have any questions or your young person has any questions, please complete the form at the end of this presentation and that will ping an email to me and I can get back to you with the answers to any questions that you may have. I now just want to share some photographs from the events that have taken place already. The photographs on the screen show the primary 7 cross country, the girls winners, the boys winners and the overall team winners, who were presented their awards by Mrs. Chimino, who you can see on the screen, at the event earlier this year. As I mentioned earlier, we've had science visits where some of our staff in the science department have visited primary schools to lead on experiments, activities all related to our science curriculum, and we've also, like I said, had our primary schools up into the labs to become more familiar with their environment and to engage in experiments up here as well. As you can see, when we had our primary visitors up over the last few weeks, they have again, like I said, been achieving their Bunsen burner licence, but also using the different types of equipment that they will use when they come to high school in August 2024. We've also had our Digital Engineering and Technology department visit all primary schools to deliver a wee project where young people had to work together to create some sort of equipment, some sort of packaging where an egg could be dropped from a certain height and safely land on the ground without breaking, and these pictures replicate the work that the young people were engaged in. Our Primary 7 transition booklet should now all be shared with you via the primary schools. If you do not have a copy, please let me know either by completing the Google form at the end of the presentation or by emailing me on my email address, which you can find on our website, or giving the school a call. The booklet contains lots of information about the school, different staff, different programmes, lots of information about the whole transition programme itself. So please take time to have a wee look through it. There is a contents page which directs you to each different section within the booklet, but if you have any questions, again, please let me know and I'll always be happy to answer them. I shared this slide with you to show you what a transition programme might look like between January and June. This is last year's calendar of events, but again, it's only to give you an understanding or a bit of a flavour for what the programme will have and what it will contain between January and June for your young person as we progress towards the end of their primary 7. So what's next? My aim is to letter you all before Friday the 22nd of December with an outline of some key dates so that you can pop them in your diary or in your calendar. But I also wanted to share these key dates with you just now on the screen. So our second information evening will take place on Wednesday the 20th of March at 7 p.m. Again, that will be virtual and we will add a bit more information on at that point. The reason for having 3 information evenings or events is so that we're not bombarding you or the pupils with information all at one time, and we spread it out across the course of the year. We will also have our enhanced transition in April with the date to be confirmed. That transition event is for young people who may need additional support in relation to that transition into high school. That won't be for everyone and generally is only for a small number of young people who, like I said, need that additional support to make sure that we can make the best possible start to high school for them come August 2024. We will also have our Primary 7 2-day visit in June on Tuesday the 11th and Wednesday the 12th of June, where, like I've said previously, they will follow their S1 timetable, and on the evening of the Wednesday we will have our in-school parent information event. This again I will be able to share with you some information that will help you for the start of your young person in S1, but you'll also get a significant period of time with your young person's pupil support teacher to get to know them and to ask any questions that you might have about the school or their role within your young person's education. We are currently in the process of trying to launch our new website, and my hope is that all this year's transition information, resources and documents will be shared on that website, which we hope to launch in January of 2024. However, if that is not the case, I will update the Primary 7 transition web page that we have currently for our old website, or our current website, so that you know where to go if you want to find any information in relation to the transition programme. The Primary 7 Transition Google form, where you can ask questions, is here. If you click on the link, it will take you to the Google form and you can complete it, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Finally, the last thing for me to say is I hope everyone has a lovely festive break. For those celebrating, a very Merry Christmas, and welcome to the Les Mihigo family. Thank you.